Hello scholars! Today's manuscript spotlight is on Papyrus 46, one of the earliest New Testament manuscripts that survives to the present day. This manuscript has been dated to around 175 to 225 AD, though possibly even as early as 125 AD, meaning that Christians who knew some of the original 12 apostles may also have read this papyrus. Manuscripts like this can give us a high degree of confidence in the accuracy of transmission of biblical texts from the time they were originally penned and up to the modern day. This manuscript is a codex, meaning that it's composed of multiple sheets bound together, much like modern books. We know from the page numbering that it most likely originally contained all of Paul's letters recorded in the New Testament, along with the book of Hebrews. However, some of the books have been lost, and now it only contains, in this order, about half of Romans, all of Hebrews, most of 1st and 2nd Corinthians, all of Ephesians, Galatians, Philippians, Colossians, and 2 chapters of 1 Thessalonians. Unfortunately, the dealer who discovered this manuscript broke it up into its separate leaves and sold them individually. As a result, some of them are now part of the Chester Beatty collection, while the rest belong to the University of Michigan. Fortunately, high-quality scans of the entire manuscript are available for free online, but they are in 2 separate locations as a result of the codex being split. The links to the scans are in the description. Papyrus 46 is written in Biblical Uncial style script and utilizes Nomina Sacra, both of which I discussed in my video on the Sinai Codex, so I won't cover them again here. You'll notice that this manuscript is more difficult to read than later codices, and all the pages are damaged to some extent, especially near the bottom of each page, but it's still readable with a little practice. I want to do one reading from Hebrews and one from one of Paul's letters. There were a lot of passages that I wanted to read from Hebrews, but as chance would have it, almost all of them were near the bottom of the page and were extremely difficult to read. I finally settled on Hebrews 12:22, which can be found in the Chester Beatty collection. Here, the Hebrew writer is contrasting the fear at Mount Sinai under the Mosaic covenant with the heavenly mountain that Christians are called to. The manuscript reads, Allah praseleleuthate Zion ore kai Pole Theo Zontas, Jerusalem Epuranio, Kai Muriasin Agalon. But you have come, Allah praseleuthate, to Mount Zion, Sion Ore, and to the city, Kai Pole, of the living God, Theo Zontas, the heavenly Jerusalem, Jerusalem Epuranio, and to myriads of angels, Kai Muriasin Agelon. Something that's very interesting to note in this passage is the lack of a Nomina Sacra abbreviation for Jerusalem, which is usually abbreviated to iota, lambda, eta, mu. This illustrates Nomina Sacra inconsistencies that some scholars have used to argue for an even earlier dating of this manuscript, as it seems that the Nomina Sacra system wasn't fully established when this manuscript was written. My next reading will be from Philippians 2, 6-7, which can also be found in the Chester Beatty collection. Here, Paul reiterates the divinity of Christ and urges his readers to imitate Christ's humility. Let's read. Has en morphe theo huparkon uk arpagmon hegesato enai isa Theo, Allah, eauton, ekenosen, morphen, doulo, labon, en, homoiomati, anthropon, genomenos. And now for the translation. Who, Has, though he was in the form of God, en morphe theou huparkon, did not count equality with God a thing to be grasped. Uk arpagmon egesato enai isa theo, but emptied himself, Allah heauton ekenosen, by taking the form of a servant, morphen doulo labon, being born in the likeness of men, en homoiomati anthropon genomenos. Aside from the challenge and encouragement of the scriptures themselves, I hope this video has also given you a greater appreciation for the accuracy of transmission of biblical texts. The fact that the texts we have today match manuscripts from nearly 2,000 years ago to such a high degree of accuracy is nothing short of stunning. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, and I'll see you again on the next Manuscript Spotlight.